All right, thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of A Name Tag Is Necessary. I'm your host, Name Tag Alexander. www.nametag.alexander.com is the website. Make sure you grab some merch. Make sure you also check out some of the music. We got a few joints out. Got the EP coming, Work, Win, Repeat, Part 2. But we're going to get right into it. Got some very special guests. The gang is all here. Why don't y'all shout yourselves out? But before y'all do that, we're going to start from the top. DDT, what's going on, man?
Oh, I didn't know I was on the top.
It's
But
on you. Yeah. I
yeah,
think that's how they're gonna view it when people that watch the video.
right. My name is Desmond. I wash windows and I cook fries.
It's just you bake them or you fry them. Like,
I bake them.
yeah,
Bake fries.
man, the
Baked fry.
grease.
That sound like me, bro.
Man, I wanted to do that today. I ain't gonna hold you up, but I was like, man, it was kind of warm out. You know, you got the oven on, you got to crack the window. Like, nah, I'm straight. I'm good.
I
Just
mean,
little
but if you
shit
ever
like that.
think about grilling fries, though, that gives a different kind of texture to it. So
That I ain't thought about. But on the other half, we got one of the legendary MCs from out of
Man,
Inktown.
I ain't no legend, man.
Man,
Catch Peasy, man. Catch P. Man, I just been rapping for a long time. That's all.
Man,
That's
you and
all.
me both. You and me
That's
both.
all.
Catch Phrase, what's going on, man? Or
Cracking.
his R&B name, Chrishaun.
Yeah, Krishan
Come on
in
early.
cursive.
Yeah.
That's gonna be my whole name, Krishan in
Fam, yeah.
cursive.
Do it, man. It's 3 songs, dog. That's all it take.
Three joints.
I'll root the hell out of that.
All it take. I'm already in my singing bag. The Bruno Mars and Anderson Paak joint got me like, yeah, man.
Hey man, I saw somebody say that they make 70s Harry Coochie music.
That
Yeah,
sounds about right.
yeah,
That sounds
yeah.
about right.
The
That
description
accurately
was
explains it.
perfect.
That's
That
exactly what that
accurately
is.
explains it, dog. That's the perfect
Man,
way to explain that. Yeah, man.
some good music, man.
Yeah, man. I love that
That's
joint,
some
man.
good
I'm
music.
excited to hear the album. I hope they do at least 9 solid joints, and I'm good with that.
Yeah.
I'm good with that. Yeah, man. I was talking to y'all in the group chat about it. Everybody caught up on WandaVision, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How y'all
Yep.
feel about it? Just that spoilers for people that's tuning. I sound like every other podcast. Spoilers for all y'all that's just tuning in. If y'all
Yeah.
ain't seen the finale, but how y'all feel about it?
Yeah, you got 5 seconds to cut it off. 5
Yeah.
seconds.
Go ahead, jump ahead, y'all. I don't know how long we're gonna be talking about it, but hey, listen, if you
Right.
ain't seen the season finale, if you ain't seen WandaVision, then you might want to fast forward or something, maybe about 20 minutes or so, 15. I don't know, but we about to
I
get
mean, but
into it.
yeah, it was good though. It was. I am intrigued to see how it's going to lead into multitude of madness or multiverse of
Yeah,
madness.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I did see, because of the pandemic, they were WandaVision wasn't even supposed to be first. It was supposed to come in and like I think the fourth
Right.
of the rollout. So everything that we was seeing, everybody we was building these theories and everything, but completely wrong because she wasn't even supposed to come first. It was supposed to be like I want to say wasn't it supposed to be Black Widow?
That's what
And
I
I
thought.
forget what else was ever after that. But like even
The wasn't it Winter Soldier and
yeah, I did. They were even
Falcon?
supposed to be before her, I believe. Cause like
Mm-hmm.
in the preview of that, I saw. Man, I've been watching all these breakdowns since January, dog. So it's like I done
Mm-hmm.
went down this rabbit hole, and even with the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, they
Mm-hmm.
said they're kind of like hinting at mutants in there because like the people
Yeah.
that they're fighting on, I think like one of the truck scenes, they like supposed to be super strong or whatever, but so that's kind of like
Mm-hmm.
hinting at it. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
man, it's almost like with WandaVision, they were far from even introducing like mutants or whatever. Because even with the Hex, like
Right.
they said how she shut down the Hex, and it was like we thought like, oh, by her expanding the Hex, that's gonna introduce mutants, which in a way it
Mm-hmm.
still could because of what
Mm-hmm.
happened in that that little time, which is fucked up too. Like the Avengers get to do what they want, dog. They just go anywhere. I was talking to Peace about it on Facebook, and he was like, "Think about it, bro. Like, no, him and my guy Complex. He was talking about it. Kenny. He was like, dog, if you really think about it, bro, that's why they had the Soviet Accords because they fucked up so much shit. Like before,
Right.
like during like whatever happened during Civil War. He like that's why they needed to have that because they caused so much damage. Like that's some bullshit. Like you basically mad when I sent this to Dean DeAngelis, he had never seen it, but he kept seeing everybody talk about it online. He like, dog, I might check that out. I'm like, dog, you lying? You ain't ready for the Marvel shit. I think all he had saw ever was like Black Panther, so he didn't really get into the Marvel shit like that. He like, but dog, the way everybody talk about WandaVision, I might have to check it out. So he like, man, just give me a breakdown, a rundown, or whatever. So I go into it, tell him what happened, like basically in like the last few Avenger movies, just to recap. And when I get to WandaVision, he like, wait, man, hold up. Before you even explain WandaVision, so basically, this show was about, he said this show is about a slightly bipolar white woman that's upset because her parents died, her brother died, and then her man died who had bought them, he said, who bought them a land, some farmland, and she couldn't get it, so she just got pissed off and fucked up a whole town. I'm like, pretty much, though. He's like, man,
Yeah, basically, yeah.
He's like, if y'all would have said that to begin with, I would have been watched this shit, bro. Like, because that's pretty much what it is, dog. She couldn't have her way, so she like, I'm about to fuck all this shit up, pretty much.
Right.
Hey man, am I the only one that can't really sit in the room with somebody who hasn't seen all 23 Marvel movies?
I'm the same way, bro. I'm the same way.
So you got to explain.
See, I got a 5-year-old though, bro. So he's into it. So yeah, I'm trained now. But yeah, prior, I'll be like, yo, bro, just stop talking to me.
I think the funny thing was, converse. With this one, a lot of people that just saw it was the hot shit to talk about when it first came out. Because remember, Marvel had been gone for like, what, it should have been 2 years, if I'm not mistaken, since Far From Home came out. What year was that? 2019?
2019.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, a little over a year. So that came out, and then here come WandaVision. Everybody kind of looking like, yo, what is this WandaVision show that everybody talking about? So a lot of people was jumping in and they was tuning out after like episode 2. Like, what they doing this whole TV show? And I ain't with it.
Man, my wife tuned out, bro.
Fam,
first episode. I think she fell asleep like 2 times and was like, yeah, I ain't with it. And she didn't watch all of it.
Dope about it though, dog. Like just the fact that they had it, because it was trippy. It was like, man, hold up, my man's died. Like he ain't come back after no snap. How did this happen? I need to know. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I was curious about. And this little certain shit that just kept happening. Like, dog, that's weird. In the very first episode, my man's was choking and she kept saying, stop it. I'm like, dog, kind of spooky, dog. Like, what's about to happen? So it kept me locked in. And then, of course, if you knew like some of the backstory anyway from the the House of M or whatever, you was kind of familiar anyway. And then you knew what she was sort of capable of from the MCU period when she almost fucked up Thanos. So it's like, I'm curious to see what she about to get into. So,
oh man, yeah, I'm ready. The thing with me, I'm learning though. Like, so the all of the stuff where they're going into space.
Oh yeah,
is for me personally is okay. I have to learn about that. Like, I'm not educated on what's happening, so that's what makes it exciting for me personally. Because I'm like, okay, I don't know what's going on after this.
Yeah,
I know who linking up and who need to.
I know they said the mutants, we probably really not gonna get the full gist of the mutants until that Eternals movie come out. So that's when they say we spell it. And people's like, don't sleep on that. They're like, people probably might sleep on it like how they did Guardians of the Galaxy until we found out how important Guardians of the Galaxy was. You know what I'm saying? With them really introducing Thanos and everything in the MCU, it was like, oh shit, these niggas matter. And if you really think about it, who else pointed this out? Novelist pointed it out on their podcast, and he said, Star-Lord, really, he to blame for a lot of this shit. If you think about it.
For
you
sure.
know what I'm saying? If you think about it, I think your mic muted, Des.
Yeah, I'm muted for right now, but I'm trying to figure out exactly, like, I know Star-Lord is to blame for a lot of stuff, but exactly what is he to blame for right now?
Well, now, I mean, you can kind of damn near kind of blame a lot of this shit on Wanda. Cause she was kind of quiet, and she, remember, Far From Home didn't happen until after the events of WandaVision.
I think at this point, all of the quote unquote superheroes are to blame for something. They all,
especially the Hulk.
Yeah,
that's why he might be fuck on.
But that's why he got on. But he might be the least to blame. His shit was just visualized.
Yeah, he just smashed shit.
Right. But
he didn't kill nobody, did he?
Nah, he didn't.
Yeah, no, people ain't died because of the Hulk.
Yeah,
people died because of
Wanda.
Wanda.
He just tore some shit up.
Right,
died because of Wanda.
Exactly. People's whole life got off because of Wanda.
So
It
it's,
just
you know,
made
it's
me
a
a
lot.
whole nother person.
Yeah, for some weeks at a time though. That's
Right.
wild
Like
as
I ain't
hell.
got no kids. My kids are still over there,
Yeah,
but we over
old
here.
homegirl was like, Sheila, her daughter was locked in a room. She ain't seen her
Right.
daughter in like days. Like, dog, what
Right.
the, just so you can have this life like with your man? Like,
There's
that's some
no
wild
kids,
shit.
dog.
Like, she's a villain, bro. Like at the end of the day, like she's a villain, dog. Like she about to get real
And
spooky
you
come
put them
Doctor
in the time
Strange.
period they ain't even from.
Yeah, exactly, dog. They like, what is? I don't know nothing about the 50s. Like, wait a minute, imagine a black
Damn.
dude like in the 50s, all this racism going on, like strong, like apparent racism during that time. Like, you got me going through
Right.
this. Like
She had
damn,
her
dog.
one token black nigga too. One token
Literally,
black
dog.
dude.
And then when Monica came into the picture, that was probably
Right.
around like more later 60s or whatever in the 70s, dog. Yeah,
Right.
it's wild when you really think about it. That's why I said it online. Like, if you ain't even got to be familiar with the characters to see that this a wild show, like, dog, she just come to town and just brain warp everybody, dog. That's fucked up. That's crazy.
Right.
So now that we reached the finale of that show, how long do we have to wait for the next Marvel event?
2 weeks.
Because you said some weeks.
You mean like the show, or just like as far as
Marvel period?
Well, we got, they doing the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. By the
I
time
think that come out like
that's the
2 weeks,
19th.
right?
So by the time this episode drop, like that'll be out already.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Falcon and
The reason I was asking that is because there are a lot of other sci-fi and comic book like shows that can be watched or that people can catch up on. Like I don't know if people saw what's the one where Mary J. Blige was in? The Umbrella Academy.
Yeah, that was fire. I thought
I didn't finish
dope.
it.
You got to look at season 1 and 2.
And what's crazy?
2 seasons?
Yeah.
Huh.
What's crazy about it with how my imagination is that being, I don't want to spoil it, but the way the Umbrella Academy is and everything that's going on with Marvel, I'll just be tying the stuff in like, hey, man, in a way, I know it's exaggerated because of the special effects and magic and all that stuff, but the art imitate life sometimes, dog. Like, what y'all trying to tell us, man? Like when you see Umbrella Academy and we go back to this episode, you'll get what I'm saying, dog. And it's like, okay, yeah, it makes sense. Cause I was telling DDT all the time. I said, dog, what if that's for real? Like, what if they can do that? Like, that shit is crazy.
I'm gonna tap in. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. I think I watched like the first episode and it didn't catch me off rip.
Was heat. It didn't get me. It took me like maybe episode 3, and I was like, all right, I'm locked in. Dog.
Okay, so I gotta. Okay.
Yeah, you gotta go through.
I gotta sit through it.
I forgot.
You gotta go through both seasons, and then like Mary J isn't in the second season, but you have to go through both seasons. And then there's another show that I just caught up on HBO. Was HBO Max called His Dark Materials. It's on
I've seen that.
You saw it?
I feel like I saw like
I didn't know. I mean, I saw the title when you said the title was familiar, but I didn't. No, I didn't tap in.
It's very, very interesting. Like I haven't seen any of the Harry Potter movies, but I think it's in that vein.
Yeah. Okay. I might have to check that
like
out.
Like Narnia and all of that stuff.
Like, you know what, man? There's so much TV that it's hard for me to like. Yeah, it's super. I don't know what to tap into, and then be certain stuff. I'll be like, yo, let me check this because like the Rock new show, I'm like all in. Like,
I'm all in. Somebody text me like Kenan Thompson got a show out now. I'm like, I
watched the first episode. I was riding, and then I watched the second episode, and I didn't finish it. I was like, I think I went like 15 minutes without laughing or nothing. I'm like, no diss to Kenan, you feel me? But I just, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of his. So I was just like,
I just go into stuff. I don't even have expectations no more going into stuff, dog. And especially after, that's why when everything happened with Coming to America, like this sequel, I'm like, all right, man, it is.
I don't understand people. They act like the first one was like an Academy Award winning. You know what I mean? And we was too young to even be watching that shit
dropped
in real
in 88,
life.
dog. I was 2.
Damn, I was 7, bro.
I was 2 years old. And that shit
I wasn't supposed to see that movie.
88, I was 14.
So see, you might have appreciated it more than we probably did when we
saw it.
You know what I'm saying?
I did.
Because that's at that level where that humor is more understood. So like me seeing that at 2, I might think like my man's the barbershop dudes was funny probably when I was younger. And then when I got older, so I'm like, yeah, it's still funny because I'm still seeing it like early 90s. I mean, obviously we saw a lot of movies we wasn't supposed to see in the 90s or whatever, but at the same time, man, shout out to Alex Washington, dog. She always had these hot takes that where you would think she trolling, but then you would really sit back and think about it. She was like, I mean, if y'all, because mind you, she younger than us. So she's like, the first one, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, it wasn't that funny.
Not a part. Oh, whoa.
She was like, wasn't that funny? I'm like, it was funny, but she like the second one. I mean, it ain't funny to y'all.
And see, the way she looks at it,
great.
The way she looks at it is the same way, in my opinion, a lot of younger rappers look at older hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
Like it basically, because you were not in that era,
yeah,
it's not going to be that funny to you, or it's not going to, have the same impact.
I even saw somebody do it with Harlem Nights. I mean, Harlem Nights. I was like, whoa.
Man, Harlem Nights is hilarious.
It had somebody did like had its moments. I was like, man, it's certain. I gotta stay. I don't try to like dwell online like that too much because you'll see certain shit and then how you be like, wait,
you get caught in a fucking loophole,
like,
man. You be sucked in the matrix arguing all day.
Yeah, man. The social media is like its own multiverse in itself, dog. You got to be careful on there.
People expectations is incredible, and it's like, yo, if you like looked in the mirror before you looked out the window when it comes to expectations, you would be like kind of more humbled and just enjoy shit for what it is. Like, it had funny moments in the movie. That's all we was looking for.
Like, I watched it and it just was like, when I watched it, I was kind of tired anyway, so I fell asleep like halfway through. Woke back up and was like, let me start back from where I was, picked back up and was like, I mean, I didn't laugh like a lot, but I did not laugh. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Like, you didn't just sit there, watch the movie and not laugh.
Yeah, I didn't intentionally go into it to hate watch. It just was like, all right, let me see what this is about.
Yeah, you just watched it. And if something made you laugh, you laugh.
Man, there's so many think pieces online about this shit. I said, this too much, dog. This too people hate
for a comedy.
People that like it. I was like, dog, it's just a movie, bro. Like I don't expect it to be like, you know.
I was glad that we got to see the majority of them.
Yeah. Everybody
back on screen. That's all I wanted.
Yeah.
We wanted a continuation. This 30 fucking years later. What the fuck you expect?
But you know what it probably was though? I think I'm gonna just say it. I think the lead character, the prince, I think that's what it was, his son. I think a lot of people just didn't rock with that, man. He just felt real extra. And I think that
my wife didn't. My wife said she wished that Rotimi would have been the son and old boy would have been Rotimi's
that
kid.
Possibly could have worked.
That would have been super whack.
It could have worked. I don't know.
No, it wouldn't.
It
would have been whack.
We haven't really seen Rotimi outside of Power or The Road, whatever. I forget the show. That
Rotimi, the role Rotimi had was good for Rotimi.
You think so?
Right.
Yeah, I think so. Because
I enjoyed the movie.
Yeah, I enjoyed the movie.
It was.
And you know what it is? Like the day and age that we are in now is the day of the heavy matter of opinion.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? Everybody's opinion matters way too much. I mean, it's getting to the point where this whole cancel culture, I wish we can cancel culture.
Oh my
Listen,
man.
I'm glad he brought it up because that was on my list. It's to the point to where they're running out of people to cancel, so they're canceling cartoon characters, bro. Like this,
they canceling everything. If they have canceled all of the Warner Brothers cartoons, they're still going after some. I think the Animaniacs.
Did you say all of them?
Damn near.
Man, that's crazy.
Like
Pepe Le Pew.
I know.
Okay, I get Pepe Le Pew.
We kind of saw that coming though from years back. Like, hey,
but hold on though.
What happened with this?
Then Pepe Le Pew got chased too, right?
Yeah, he did. Whenever he got water doused on him, where the smell went on him, or the cat had a clothespin on her nose. Yeah, but they are actually complaining about the cat too.
Wow,
they chased him. So,
I'm not trying to be funny, but like, I'm gonna speak for myself. I've never cut on a Looney Tunes cartoon for my kids.
Yeah, like,
you know what I mean? Like,
they're not interested in that, dog. They're not interested in that.
Like, not even LeBron and Donovan. You know what I'm saying? They 19 and 21. I've never cut on when they were little. I didn't cut on Looney Tunes. Like, they're not popping.
Yeah, their level of cartoons is different from ours, though. Like this is one my daughter loves called Tip and O or something like that.
Right.
And I can't. I be looking like, oh, like why do kids like this? But I mean, that's them. It's just
so. Are they gonna cancel Family Guy and The Simpsons?
That's what I was wondering.
American Dad.
I was wondering.
Beavis and Butthead. And Ren and Stimpy.
All of those were talked about in a clubhouse room I was in today, and they were saying they may not be canceled because they are adult cartoons. They're looking at they are looking at Warner Brothers cartoons as kids cartoons. But what's crazy is when they were created as adult cartoons.
Right.
But in the 70s, that's when they became
more for kids.
Viewable for kids.
Okay. Yeah, come man, that's crazy. I thought about that too. Like you Quagmire, bro. That could
what's the one joint out? I haven't even tapped in. What is it called? It's the one about the hormones and shit. The hormones be raging. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
I heard that one.
The cartoon's on Netflix. Damn, I can't think of the name of it.
Oh, you might be talking about Big Mouth.
There it is, Big Mouth.
Yeah, I haven't watched it either, but a lot of people are saying it's just too disgusting to watch.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like why would I as an adult?
Nobody gonna show that today. Nobody gonna personally, or purposely show that to their kids.
Yeah.
Like, hey, come look at this.
Mean, they might as well they gonna cancel hip hop then from like its inception till right now. You know what I mean?
Well, they trying to cancel Eminem for one line in a song.
Well, they've been trying to cancel him.
If you try to leave this house, I'm gonna tie you up and set the fucking house on fire. Love the way you lie.
That?
Come on, yo. It's a figure of speech. Like he's saying that he loves her, so this is a figure of speech. He's expressing how much he loves somebody.
Yeah, but they saying
using it metaphorically.
They saying it's too much, and he needs to be canceled.
All the things he said,
of all the things he said,
that's the line.
Cancel Freddy Krueger.
You know what it is?
Like
no girl through the
they
TV
didn't hear
prime time, bitch.
Right. They didn't hear Kim by Eminem because they why they didn't hear it, because they are too young.
Right.
Wow. So
Love the Way You Lie is in their era.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm like,
so, what? That's what makes it kind of stupid.
You're not gonna go back that far to do that research.
Right. You're not gonna go back that far to do the research. And I don't like calling people stupid, but
hey man, a spade is a spade, my brother.
That's nuts, man. Like of all the things this man has said, you're like, no, this song right here. Like I'm just thinking of so many wild, like reckless Eminem lines, dog. Like,
come on, man. We basically got to cancel we got to start over. We got to
cancel Earth.
We got to get the neuralizer from Agent K.
Yep.
Right.
We got to neuralize the whole planet and start from scratch.
Or get Thanos.
If cancel culture is going to keep going, I mean, are we going to get to the point where we're going to cancel all white people for slavery?
Fam, dog. Oh, they're not going to go back that far.
Or for everything that they've, done around the world in the past?
You got to cancel the Earth.
You literally got to, like I said, you got to normalize everybody and start over.
Thanos, dog. Get him. Get the.
You got to start all the way over.
Like I tried to tell you guys. Like I tried. Like man, he had a goal in mind.
Crazy. I mean, just censor it. Like, why not just go? Okay, throw what is it like? What TV made? I don't know, 14 on the joint, and then
period.
Like, do we like really got to like just erase the whole shit?
But you know what it is,
they talking about canceling it all.
You know what this also is? It's because still we're in a pandemic still. People at home, people bored, ain't got nothing to do. So
I'm not gonna put this on the pandemic.
It got something
why?
To do with
it. Because cancel culture was around before the pandemic.
Yeah, but they
was canceling their asses off. They were canceling everything in 2017 and 18.
Yeah. But can you agree that it's been at its worst now since the pandemic, since 2020? It's
been just as bad. We just taking more notice because we're all sitting at home.
That's probably why then.
Yeah.
Because it's rampant.
Yeah. I wish we can cancel culture.
Because May 2020,
me too.
Maybe like it seemed like May 2020, like people's getting canceled left and right.
I mean, why not? Like something like that is avoidable too. Like just
and
you have to censor your kids. Like, you know what I mean? You have to be the person to censor your kids. It's your responsibility to put parental advisory stuff on all of your electronics. Put it on. If you got cable, put it on there. If you got Netflix, make them their own. Like,
yeah, why do that when
Hulu,
pushing that button makes life easier? Why am I gonna do that?
Yeah, that's
pushing that button just makes life so much.
Every
button is the easy button.
Yeah, man.
I think I saw somebody say something about Miss Piggy too. Like, yo, so she finna get canceled too.
Yep.
Right?
Yes, exactly. That's what they doing. Like, she was one of the names named that they trying to cancel.
That's bugged out
because she forced herself because she loved Kermit. So she was forcing herself on Kermit.
Yep.
That's bugged
but
out.
Y'all dirty minds is taking it further. What could have happened? Like, yo, those are foam puppets to me, fam.
Yeah.
Nothing could have happened.
Look at this.
As soon as they said cut, they was gonna take their hands from off the strings and go the fuck home. That's what's gonna happen. They're not about to get naked and actually do anything.
That's wild,
hey, man. They gotta get
canceled. They gonna cancel Kermit because he was a male frog but had no genitalia and no clothes on.
Oh no, they taking that away. You saw what they did with Mr. Potato Head. So yeah, that's
I really lie. I threw August Mr. Potato Head away the other day because I was like, yo, this is stupid.
Yeah, man. That shit's crazy.
Like, what is happening? What about Mrs. Potato Head then? Or so is it like they just potato head now?
Yeah, that's
no,
it.
No label on them.
Just potato head.
That's it.
Yep.
But why though? Like, who cares?
So it don't come with the mustache or none of that no more. Yep.
It don't come with the mustache?
It can't. It gotta be gender neutral. I wouldn't imagine
it has to be gender neutral. Wow.
I wouldn't imagine. I was joking, but I wouldn't imagine it to come with a mustache.
Yeah.
They still gotta come because both genders can grow facial hair.
Yeah, but that joint had the handlebar mustache. I don't know if nobody.
Hey man, it's possible. I'm pretty, you know what I mean?
Like a little light mustache.
Did you just name Mrs. Potato Head Aunt Bunny?
You can't discriminate against women who can grow facial hair.
That mustache is pretty thick though, Mr. Potato Head.
But you can't discriminate,
right?
We can't forget about those women who are capable of growing whiskers.
Damn, dog.
Yeah, I want to know what's the next thing that's going to be canceled. Like, what's the next next thing or the next type of thing that's going to be canceled? I think
it's going to be probably something to do with wrestling, fam. You know, I'm a wrestling fan. I feel like that's coming.
They're gonna cancel DX with the you know they used to do.
It's like worlds away. Now it's a character on TV now. My son is terrified of called The Fiend, and he, you know, remember how Undertaker back in the day used to be able to do shit magically, shit, and so that's happening now, and my son is terrified.
Oh man,
terrified.
That nowadays, so if it ain't just him, it's other kids too. So parents catch wind of that, dude probably gonna get canceled.
But that's on me to stop watching wrestling.
Man,
right? I'm his daddy. If I don't want him to see it, I'll cut it the fuck off.
Damn, dog.
We're gonna cancel everything, and what's gonna happen is everybody's gonna, like, every race or damn near every creed is gonna get to the point where we are just like culturally washed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're not gonna have anything to identify each culture, and I know we trying to unify and all of that, but let's at least identify ourselves first and then unify.
Yeah,
right.
Man.
You think about it though,
every damn body.
When we was coming up, shit was more censored than it is now. You know what I'm saying? Like now it's like this is like the wild, wild west now. Like I can't imagine growing up, you know what I mean, having to grow up in this era. Like in my situation, you know, single parent mom working 2 jobs. So I could, you know what I mean? I could be exposed to whatever.
Mm-hmm. Literally, dog. I was thinking, like, man, if it was how it is now, like back when I was in high school, I was like, man, I've been failing classes left and right, dog.
Listen,
like, I got access to my phone like 24/7, dog. Like, what can you do? Like
75% of us would have been in some sort of fight video.
Like, man, literally,
you know what I mean?
Like just 75% because people looking for attention, dog. Like, dog.
Yeah, I'm good.
That's crazy.
I'm good, man. I'm good.
Fortunate to have come up in the era that I did. Now that I think about it, dog.
Yeah, we all were. I mean, I came up before there were cell phones.
Oh, that's even
you had
to be
you had to be home to get a call.
Yeah, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you know, I mean, I was born like a year after the cell phone was made, but nobody had one. But you know, there were a lot of things that you know, basically just changed how we were and changed how we are. You know, those type of things, and just I I'm saying all that because I actually, you know, I'm talking to two guys that I wish I could like take back in time so y'all can see the shit, because it was a dope time.
I always say, I tell you all the time, I was like, man, I wish that I could have been around like during the birth of like hip hop, like there in its infant state. Like, man,
me too.
Like, hearing them stories, you be like, man, that sound like that's amazing, dog. Like,
it do sound amazing.
You know what I'm saying?
But
like,
there would be so much we wouldn't have known and so much we wouldn't have seen back then. And by the time we got of age, we would hate what we love now.
Yeah.
Because if I don't know about y'all two, but I'm 46, so I don't necessarily hate what's going on now, but a lot of guys my age do. Or
but now I can understand it though, because I be thinking like, damn, like even my older brothers, I be like, damn, they was kind of there, where they might have been kids, but still they caught like before like a Rakim. They were there when niggas was rapping like, you know.
I still remember
like,
where I was when I first heard My Melody. I still remember where I was when I first heard when Billy T and TJ played Eric B. and Rakim's second album in its entirety on the air. Like, I remember that day, and I was probably, what was that, 87? So I was 12, 13.
Like you there,
I remember that.
If you somebody that's like, you were there like when I'm just trying to think of a Grandmaster Cass or like even the Furious Five in them or whatever, right? Like how they rhyme, and then you usher in like somebody like Run DMC and how they rhyme, but then here comes somebody like Rakim and Big Daddy Kane. That gotta be mind blowing, dog. Like, how did they look at these words that they look at how they, you see how they made that, like, you know, form that bar structure, dog. Like that's like some alien shit to them back then, dog. So like
it was, but what happened with that is it inspired kids my age. I mean, in 1983, I was 9 years old, and I still remember dudes beatboxing and freestyling, you know, on the playground during lunchtime. You know what I mean? I remember those things. 84, when you know, it got bigger and bigger. You know, 84, we started to see the shit in movies. So we got even more inspired. So that's what I seen. I was 10 years old when I saw Beat Street in the theater.
It's wild because I'm watching like season 4 of Snowfall, and then right now they're kind of like in like 84, 85, I want to say. And I'm thinking like, if you go back, like, cause niggas was selling crack like during this time heavy, I'm pretty sure, like clearly in California, right? But then it's maybe because it didn't hit New York like that. But if you go back and listen to a lot of old school rap from the 80s, like they wasn't talking like about slanging it like that. You know what I'm saying? Like how it happened later.
That's because the rappers
cold, bro.
Yeah, and the rappers in the 80s were not the drug dealers. The rappers in the 80s were the partiers.
They were the rappers.
They were the partiers
and the artsy cats, I'm assuming.
Yeah, partiers, artsy, dancey. You know, they might, you know, do a little weed, maybe one line of coke in their life, and you know, those kind of dudes. Then it didn't get to the drug dealer thing until mid 90s.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, you know what I'm saying? From just going back and listening to shit, like, damn, like,
so about, you know, it went from the party stuff to the gangsters and then to the drug dealers. In between the parties and the drug dealers was the, you know, that was the gangster era, which was like 87 to 92, 93 maybe.
What region though started doing it the most first? Was that West Coast, like where they started rapping?
Well, the very first gangster song was PSK, which was from, you know, my man from Schoolie D from Philly.
Yeah.
That was the first one, and after that, And Ice-T would tell you himself, he basically emulated PSK when he did 6 in the Morning.
Okay.
So Ice-T, after he did Reckless, which is, that's where you can see the line where it come from party dancey straight to gangster. Like Ice-T was that line. Man. Ice-T did Reckless on Breaking, which is 85.
Uh-huh.
And then he did songs in 86 where his shit turned gangster because that was actually the life he was living.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then his album came out in 87.
Dang, man.
That's crazy.
See, I'll be wondering like what age I'm gonna be. Like it could even be now, like where you talking to people that's younger and you like, man, I remember when Dipset was running this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you could do that now.
I feel like that now, man.
When like, because it wasn't that long ago, but it's crazy. You could just have that conversation.
This generation, the generation that's out there now hasn't heard a Dipset or G-Unit song.
And which is, it's crazy. Like,
think about that was 17 years ago, bro.
That was
not long.
17, like 18 years ago.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. Like,
man,
I definitely I feel like this. Like
7 years ago was a long time ago for a lot of these people.
The Rockefeller run, like when everybody was over there, it was literally state property, and like Dipset, they had a run, man. Like that was just like an era.
There are guys that can say they heard they mom and they dad playing G-Unit.
Period.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? So
my kids do that actually.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Like, I remember I used to listen to Eminem. Like they talk about Eminem like, super past tense, and I'm like, yo, he's still. I do with my daughter
now, and it don't even be intentional. Just like she, sometimes I throw the YouTube on. I just be like catching her, watching old videos, or whatever playlists I put together, or just letting the Spotify cook, and it'll be songs that she catch, and it's just certain sounds, I guess, in these songs that catch her attention. The hip hop array is one of them, dog, and like she's heard it enough to where she knows how to mimic like Tretch flow, and that should just be so funny, dog. Like
that's what's up.
See, I only let August listen to R&B, man. Like for right now, like he don't really know about.
We in that bag too. We in that bag.
He don't really know about. He don't know about too much hip hop yet. He learning it though. Like I was playing the Slum Village instrumentals while I was giving him a bath. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I shared what's the name, the Forth and Back. I shared that yesterday on social media. I'm like, yo, this, you know what I mean? This is a joint, like one of them joints. You know what I'm saying? And I'm listening to it. He in the tub, like, what's this? He rocking. I'm like,
time for some action.
Yeah, man, that's a boy right there.
It's crazy.
That's a boy.
Dez is 12 and he doesn't listen to any of it. He listens to you know what? He listens to who's popular on TikTok, and it usually ends up being a rapper that just died.
Damn.
So he was heavy into XXX. What's crazy is the one that's living, he got a little bit into Travis Scott, and then he got a little bit into Pop Smoke, but now he just listens to whatever's popular on TikTok.
That's crazy how that
he cool. He don't diss or dog anything that me or my wife listens to, but
he probably just taking it in. He could be liking it and just not saying
nothing. He'll ride to it. If we're in the car, he'll ride to it, or he don't care. Facing his phone. So
see,
I be trying to tap into this, man. I can't, man. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'll be like, bro, I be rolling my eyes, man. Like,
I don't want to be that guy to say it, but it don't hit your soul the same as like music.
It don't.
Back
then it's
my one phrase, it's the same. Well, it sounds the same to us. And my phrase,
it might sound brand new.
And my phrase to all of that is, it just ain't for me.
Yeah,
right.
Because at some point there were people over us, you know what I'm saying? Like that shit, you know what I'm saying? So
there was, and then it what's crazy is of course I go back and listen to a lot of the stuff we used to listen to, and a lot of that sounded very similar to each, songs and artists sounded similar to each other. So it happens, and it's gonna keep happening.
I think I'm a music snob though, bro.
You gonna like what you like at the end of the day, and if it's great, it's great.
Like I need to hear like really like you have to be like I need, you know what I mean? Like I'm listening to how good the beat is, the lyrics, even with my singers, like it's like I need that old school, you know what I mean? Like
Oh,
Anita
you like
Baker
me
and
with
them,
that,
like they
then.
were so talented. And now it's like, I guess because like, you know, with DDT being an actual engineer who actually makes people sound amazing, and you and I being MCs, like it's like
It's hard to
that don't sound
listen.
good. Like, you know,
Yeah.
it don't sound good. Like flat out. Like
But like
there's nothing.
I've been told by younger people, and I'm talking like from 14 to like 20 something right now. They don't want to hear nobody sing.
Yeah.
Like correctly sing, they don't want to hear that.
Where did I hear that at? Somebody was just saying that. Like it's almost
they don't
like,
want to hear, they don't want to hear nobody hitting notes.
If you come out singing like a Fantasia or Jennifer Hudson, they probably get the fuck out of here. Like,
yeah,
you know
why are you doing all that? It's
like,
too much.
But we got to sit through a Keisha Cole and Ashanti verses though, with them actually singing for real. Like, nah.
With, like who Jasmine Sullivan album just dropped. We know she's incredible, amazing singer. Like Let It Burn, I still burn that joint to this day. Right, I might listen to it after this go off, or after we end this. But even with her album, I was listening to it. I'm like, man, I could tell she's kind of like tapping into that sound of R&B that they call R&B today, and I get why she's doing it. But I'm like, man, like. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I listen to a lot of the newer R&B, but it's like somebody said this. They was on Clubhouse and they said it was one of the songs. Right, it might have been Brian Michael Cox, and he said it might have been him. I'm thinking it's him, and he said that the difference between a lot of the R&B now and the R&B maybe from like that. Obviously, we could say the 80s, but let's say the 90s up and through like maybe the early 2000s. He said what's missing is the church, and he's not saying that it don't sound like gospel enough for nothing. He just saying like that soul is missing. Like you could tell a lot of singers that in a certain era they was brought up in the church, which is fact. Like you hear people say, "Oh, I was in church, I was in the choir or something," or my mom took me to church all the time, and I was inspired by the choir, whatever, and I sung, like whatever. But it is missing from a lot of the R&B today, and you could tell that's like they damn near be sounding dead inside. That's the best way I can explain it.
Yeah, it's no soul, dog.
It's like the beat be good, the melody be smooth, but it's like they just
don't make you feel an emotion,
like depressed. They be like,
like it's idiocracy too, because like these young dudes, like they don't make love to women. They don't want to court them at all. They like, you know what I mean? You already know how they be. You know what I mean? Like they like F you, like come do this, come do that, get out.
But on the flip side, the women in R&B be the same thing.
They accept
everybody savage.
Everybody.
There was a joke that Deion Cole did where he was talking about the contrast of past R&B and current music. He was saying how, you know, we had After 7, I'll give you the rain, the sun, the moon, the stars, and even more. And now dudes is like, I give you this dick.
That's it.
I remember that.
Yeah. I got a Percocet and drop some dick off, and then that's the song.
And that's the song.
That's it. Literally, that'd be the hook. Yep.
I was just kicking it with Foul Mouth in there, man, and I was telling them, like, you know, a lot of us are capable of doing the other stuff, but it just don't sit well on the inside to do it. You know what I mean? Like it just don't sit well. Like
I can only teeter that line so much without being like, all right, let me fall back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I'll even do some of my beats that way and still not like a lot of it. But like I said, it's not, I can't dislike what this generation is doing. I just you know, chalk it up to I just chalk it up to it's not made for me.
It's a cycle. It's gonna keep happening. At some point, the people now that had the more current music, it's gonna be a time where it might go back to a specific sound. It might go back to like pure 90s boom bap, and I'm on a higher, on a more commercial scale versus like how it's happening now, but it's more like underground per se. But it might be like at the forefront, and the people that like the current sound now, they might get older and be like, man, that's whack, ain't nobody trying, it just don't sound, well, really that's the sound that it's always been. And it's just like, you know what I'm saying, they just
It's just too many of
ain't for
these
them.
dudes is dying for me. That's my issue really with it. It's like the popular stuff is like all of the stuff is like I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna kill, but it'd be like real life, like they really telling the story about, you know, the little dude that's like 8 blocks over on the other side, and they really, I don't. That's what I don't like. It's like, okay, y'all are dying like crazy. Like I've never heard of so many rappers dying. You know what I mean? Like,
man,
it's too much.
I wanted to ask y'all this, and we could probably wrap it up after this. Whatever. Like I say, I don't want to hold everybody too long.
I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling.
Did you just look at your bare wrist for the time?
No, I actually had my phone because I
I
some
was
notes.
just making sure, dog.
I had some notes taken that I had looked at the phone. But digital shelf life with albums today, it's like they be here and gone.
2 weeks.
Not even that. What I would say maybe a week. What was the last album that was released that had the longest that you enjoyed, that had the longest digital shelf life?
Royce 5'9".
The Allegory.
You said that I enjoyed.
Or that you feel,
or that you feel. Book of Ryan.
Okay, Book of Ryan. I was gonna say like something that maybe everybody felt like everybody collectively enjoyed. Like this.
Oh, collectively, I don't know, but for me, when it comes to recent stuff, the Allegory.
I'm thinking.
You said that I enjoy, not like on a large scale.
Mine's will probably be Book of Ryan, the last body of work that I was like, that was widely known, that I probably dug into like more, and didn't let it fly for like a couple weeks after. It probably was Book of Ryan. I'm trying to think.
Y'all let that. I mean, I ain't gonna front like the Pusha T album, because that was that same year.
Okay, the
last Pusha T album, even though it was 7 joints.
I didn't get into it as much because of how it was released and when, and it shouldn't matter, but it just like, it felt like it was a part of that cycle of Kanye rushing out the good music albums.
Yeah, I tapped into that for a while. I mean,
damn, it might have been Book of Ryan, dog.
But if I was going on a large scale, like, I mean, you know, a large scale, it probably was Drake and Future, whatever the name of that album that they had. Like, it might be because
What a time to be alive.
Yeah, like they I felt like that album, you know, got burned, you know, for a long time. Like I feel like it lasted for a long time.
I would probably say Damn too, which is crazy because these wasn't that long ago, but it feel like it was long ago.
It do. Oh yeah, Damn for sure. Because Damn, but see, it was on every commercial. It was in the NBA.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was in the NBA Finals and everything. So yeah,
I still go back to albums like Damn, but if you're talking recent, it's still the Allegory.
I can see that. I can see that being recent. Yeah,
the most recent.
Yep.
Yeah. That's the last album that I let. But that's like the last new album that I listened to.
And you know why? It's because when that came out, he had the most. If we look at it like NBA stats,
don't say the word. Don't say the word. Don't say the word. Don't say the word.
I'm not gonna do it. But he had a run. He had a press run, dog, that was insane. Like
insane.
And I think that's why that album come to mind when I think about it. Like as far as
you might as well have said the word if you gonna say the press run.
I mean, I didn't want to do it. Let me
go,
try.
Go say the word.
Don't do it.
I'm not gonna do it.
Go say the word.
But nope, because it'd be cliche. Nope. That's what I was trying to. I hate that word. The rollout was crazy. Nope, I didn't want to do it.
Freddie Gibbs, The Alchemist, for me too. That album, to me, the run of it, like, for me. But I'm pretty sure to the masses, what's my man name? D Smoke. I'm pretty sure that might be. Something that you know, like my kids, you know, they've been burning that a lot.
What do you mean? You talking about Pop Smoke?
No, D Smoke.
D Smoke. Oh, my man's from
D Smoke.
He won the Netflix competition thing.
Yeah. My son.
Yeah, but his songs are incredible.
Yeah, my sons be cooking to that. Like they still like they still like listening to that. Like that's.
So wait a minute. Joint. Are your sons listening to Toby and Wigway?
Right.
Wigway. Yeah. And my wife.
Did this album come out, or he just dropped a couple of singles? So
I just see singles. I don't know if he got an
album.
Out.
Yeah, I think he's doing it like, not like, but him and Joyner Lucas, you know, they're doing that whole visual.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And just keep dropping that. I'm pretty sure they monetize and doing well, you know what I mean, on YouTube and on with their streams. But yeah, they are into him. They're into him. They in the D Smoke. They into my oldest son is in the like older stuff. So like he like me, like he's in the like he just got up on like really start paying attention to little brother. And he like, Dad,
man,
they are so cold. They are so cold. I'm like, yo, for you to be 21 and that's how you rolling.
Yeah, man.
You're all right with me, son.
It happens with every generation. There always be that one album from back in the day that came out. You like, wait, what is this? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all it take. And that be the change to like the newer generation for people. I don't know what DDT is doing or what he's rocking to.
I'm rocking the music in my mind.
Oh, okay.
Yo, the remix part before, because I don't want to get off the air with the remix.
Yeah. Damn, I almost forgot. Yeah.
What are y'all like? What y'all got? I wrote down 3.
Okay.
That just stuck out.
I got one that I always stick with, and I'm never changing it. One More Chance, the remix.
See, I didn't even write that down.
And that's weird. In my mind, I be thinking like somebody gonna think it, but it always.
But what remix we rock with?
Just the best remix, like to this, because they not doing remixes no more. Now
I do have a favorite.
Okay.
My all-time favorite remix. Nobody's ever gonna say, except me. It's a song called "Yes You May," and the remix is called the Funk Flow Mix, and it's Lord Finesse featuring Big L.
But see,
it's ridiculous. It's my favorite remix.
You probably got some super hip hop nerds that hear this and know exactly what you're talking about. Like, yes, I've been thinking about that.
DDT is a cheat code. Like,
yeah, man. He said something that lost me. I'm like,
he's the cheat code. Like, mine's y'all gonna be like, what? One of them y'all gonna be like, what is wrong with you? I might kick me off.
What's that? What you got?
You wouldn't laugh your ass up. Horse and Carriage remix.
Oh man, that joint is so ass. No, is that the one with Wyclef on there?
With Wyclef, Big Pun, and Silk the Shocker.
Yeah, why not?
Man. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. No.
I mean, 2 and 3 for me would be, of course, Scenario remix and Flavor in Your Ear remix.
Yeah, I
got Ante Up for real, MOP Ante Up remix.
Mine, that's another one. I would say One More Chance to remix, Flavor in Your Ear. I would have to throw Ante Up in there, and probably the Slum Village Look of Love with the girl on there singing the not Fall in Love, but Look in Love, Look of Love with the girl singing the hook.
No, and I got Mary J and Meth also.
Okay. But see, they had a couple remixes of that. They got so many different versions of that. It's hard to tell.
Yeah, that was one of that was.
I forgot about Flavor in Your Ear remix. That could be an episode in itself, but I wrote it down as a topic real quick just to touch bases on it, man.
You talking about LL's verse and what the fuck does Hishy mean?
Man,
Lotitious, skeevy.
When I had Tia the writer on for that episode before, we kind of touched on that, and I was like, nah, man, I get his verse was popular. I understood this was LL, but no, man, like nah. None of that.
It was only popular because it was LL, because it was like what?
None of it made sense.
Those aren't words.
It's like
he said some shit.
Like, yo, you about to be on a joint with Biggie and Busta Rhymes. And he just was like, well, I would even say, well, no, Busta Rhymes, he was held in high regard at that time as a lyricist. And I think LL just was probably like, I gotta come up with something. And I think the verse was just last minute, dog. I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought that verse was probably last minute.
But as an MC, how does your mind work to where you get in a booth? Or in LL's case, did you write that down? Like, did you write, like, how did you spell that out?
Exactly, dog. Kirby, get it together. What's going on? We about to end it. But since you're on,
Skeevy,
since you're on,
hi.
We need to know, because we about to wrap it up. It's cool because we're gonna do it again. But
I'm sorry, y'all.
What's up, her?
I ain't seen your face in so long, old ass man. How you doing?
I'm good, man. Listen, I'm a young man.
I just happened to look and it said,
where?
What you mean? Just because I got some grades, that's it?
No, okay. So when I met you, I was just in my early 20s. So, I'm in my mid to late 30s now.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, dog, listen, we go back like, to a place that don't even do hip hop no more.
I might have been like 22, 23.
I literally just stepped over my 30 mark. You forgot.
Damn, so I was like 21, in between 21 and 23. And you were in 26?
26?
Yeah, something like that?
Yeah.
That's wild, dog.
Like, from Cadillac seats.
Damn, that's a fact.
We might be really old out here getting there, dog. I ain't even think about like
where like the Bullfrog was doing hip hop.
Yes.
Yo, man, I'm super jealous of your hairstyle right now.
Shut up. Listen, I work from home, so I ain't gotta worry about that shit no more.
Man, facts. Like none of that matters.
Hey, man.
Like if I'm out of my pajamas, like if I am out of my pajamas and wearing real clothes.
Man, listen, even when stuff officially open, I'm still gonna be bummy out here, dog. I don't even care no more, dog. I'm over.
I don't remember the last time I wore a pair of jeans.
I haven't gotten fresh jogging pants, bro. Like that's it. Like no, get jeans out of my face.
Walmart got these joints for like $7 a pair.
Yes. I got two. I got a black pair. I got some grays, and I'm going to get some blues.
Because like after work, I go to the dog park. Why am I trying to be fly for dogs to run off? No, I
don't barely go nowhere.
My sneaker closet is crying. Like I walk past and I hear tears. I see like nigga, I can't wear y'all. Ain't nowhere to go.
Listen, bro, Kirby, I feel you. I have not like dug into my like collection. There's no I'm like, all right, black Hirachis, black Air Maxes.
Ain't nowhere to go, dog.
No, you know what?
Black free run. Everything is black, bro. I just wear black shoes everywhere.
I got Adidas. What are these? I got EQTs because they're comfortable. I got another pair of Adidas because they're comfortable. I got some Puma walking shoes because I'm always walking my dog. Be damned if I walk that dog in a pair of Jordans or a pair of Dunks.
Man, listen.
I got the, have you bought anything? Have y'all bought anything during the pandemic? Like any sneakers, anything like that?
Nothing clothing wise. Nothing clothing wise. Nothing like sneakers. None of that, dog. I bought a mic stand.
And something else. I bought a MacBook, bro.
I got a mic stand and an interface, like an audio interface, and that was really it, dog. And that was recently. That was we ain't even talking about within the past year because it's literally been a year, dog. But next week it makes a year. So
I got a pair of Jordan lows for my birthday. I got the Flint 13. And then I just got like a regular pair of Air Max because I went to a Nike outlet out of town. Man, that was it.
I'm telling you,
I haven't bought one pair of sneakers in a whole calendar year.
Like why? What's the point? Where am I going?
There's no point.
Okay, can we please find that kid that was jacking off, that was stealing all the Nike joints? I want to punch him in his face. I want to slap him and his mammy.
Okay, so can I be honest?
Was he?
As a former person who was in a position of power when it came to sneakers, probably 90% of them motherfuckers are doing it, bro. Like
I believe it.
It ain't just that lady.
I was surprised when I heard the story. I was like, I don't.
Here's the thing. Ketch, you wasn't buying whole stock. This nigga had a warehouse.
Literally.
You want to know why I wasn't buying whole stock? Because I didn't have the opportunity to. If I had the opportunity,
I would have did it.
Donovan and LeBar would have been him. Like,
yo, okay, I'm not even gonna lie because I have a sneaker broker, and I was the third man. This one nigga was like, "Hey, I don't need you no more. I got a hookup." Blah 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 blah. I was like, "Okay, smooth."
And he broke up with the plug.
Listen, man.
Listen, I hit him so tough. He called me the day of, and I just randomly had my homie. I was like, "Hold this size. You know, if it's not going by 2 o'clock this afternoon, sell it to whoever." This nigga called me at 10 o'clock and was like, "They fell through. I need these shoes. I was like, bet $850. He's like, I'm around the corner. Nigga.
See, that's a whole world I never really got into, dog. I never
Listen, bro.
understood it, but it'd be interesting though, just seeing like people talking
about.
At one point, tag, I was the motherfucking Nino Brown of sneakers for at least 3 years. Man. So but you know, the biggest, Kirby probably know, I don't want to say his name, but the biggest reseller at one point in time who was in Michigan was like, I was supplying him. Man. Like, cause I'm like, how many you want? I would have like 96 pair of men's Jordans, right? So it's like, I don't care. As a store manager, I don't give a shit where they go. If you in line, I want you to get them. But like, the rest of them, oh, you want to buy 40 pair here? Man. But look out for me. Make sure I got my size. Yeah. And make sure I got some money in my pocket.
It's an interesting game. I always be seeing it online. Like people talking about the sneakers app and everything. I'm like, I don't get it. Like, so what, you just can't buy a pair? You just gotta like wait and
that's name tag. That's when I got out of there. As soon as they start creating the app, I'm like, oh, this ain't lucrative no more for me. I'm out.
It just looked weird, man. I was like, I don't get it, man. I was like, man, I'll just buy shoes.
I hear about the kid who set up. He opened up a pawn shop for sneakers.
Wow.
He actually opened up a pawn shop.
It's actually creative.
But here's what people don't get.
You need somebody to validate them shits.
Yeah.
If you want a place like Chicago, New York, LA, where you can walk into a retail shop and get them joints where the soles are still decent for the low, you can cop a pair of J's at a retail shop. My homie just did it. He bought his little boy a bunch of shoes, and let's say he might have spent $50 on like 7 pairs of J's. He sent them joints to a person that can clean them and hook them up. It just look brand new.
Man, listen, yeah, that's a come up for sure.
Like, that's a whole business just to be able to.
We could talk off camera. I got some stories for y'all. Ass, do y'all hear me? You gotta think, bro. I was running Eastland, like when Eastland wasn't looking like a goddamn flea market. So like, I was getting minimum 96 pair of every release. Like, so general releases. I'll say this on camera. When the black and red 11s came out, I want to say this was 2012, that Christmas. It was niggas literally sliding $100 bills through the gate. Like, bro, let's lock my pair down. I had never had that happen, you know what I mean? Because I came from a suburban store to the hood, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, all right, they're gonna sell out. I ain't worried about it. I didn't know that niggas was like bidding, you know what I mean? Like, I need them early. I want them now. And people say what they won't do, but let somebody who had a great day out on the block come to you like, bro, I give you $500 in your pocket to get that size 11 early, plus pay for the shoe. Yeah. It's going to be hard for you to keep saying no if you get 10 of them a day.
Man, hell yeah. like
cash. And that's why I said I tell y'all some shit off camera, though.
It's not like you stealing from the store. They still paying. Yeah. So your numbers look Gucci to corporate.
Man, I might be the reason they created that. I ain't gonna even front to y'all. I might be the sole reason.
There's this guy who's the Nino Brown of
yo, man, he's selling out of everything. How he doing that?
Man, you might need to link with because I don't know if y'all talked about that on the Connected Experience, because you know, like the twins, they always get into when they was.
Oh yeah, no, I know. Yeah, look, we was me and him was gonna work together. I was gonna leave the company I was with to go with him. You know what I mean? And
yeah, they gonna have from the same hood,
so we was already like, you know, okay, yeah, you know, we already had that, like, yeah, you know what to do, all right, yeah, we gonna cook them, but.
The best hood conversations always are like 3 sentences. Yeah, all right, bet.
We knew, like, you know about to eat, but I was used to eating by myself.
Man, it's interesting. I love always sitting back here with people. I be looking at people talk about it online, like, man, I went on here and I tried, and they just sold out.
I mean, my down payment. I put the down payment on me and Jai House off of a one Jordan release. Swear to God.
Golly,
swear to God.
Yesterday for them barely green boys. I was like, yes, Nike finally back to the dunks. I'm a dunk head. I love them. I was like, and it's my favorite color.
That is one of my favorite.
Early birthday is.
I hate that they're hard to get now. Yeah. I don't like that.
They used to be. I used to walk into the Arab there. I only ever entered the Arab there through the front door for once. It was so bad.
Kirby's
Stinky was like, "Do you
go
ever?"
the back way.
He was like, "Do you ever come for the show, or are you just here for the shoot?"
Just be in the back chilling,
I would walk into the stock room and be like, "I got all of these. Where's the new shipment at?" It was that bad. That like is listen, like, nigga, it's bad. Like that's my records, sneakers, and now so I'm low key a comic book collector. Sneakers are never enough, and vinyl, and now pop figures.
See,
I have to pick up like I think I just ordered over 20, but they're not all mine. I'm not gonna lie, like 6 or 7 of that order goes to other people.
And see, this why I said in the group chat, this is perfect with these 4. Because look at that. Look at the content we just got just by Kirby jumping on at the last minute. But check this out before we wrap it up. Kirby, what's your take on Wandavision, the season finale? How you feel about it?
That's a lot. Do we have another? Okay, so do we get Vision? Is Vision out there?
He woke. Because I know that.
Yes, he is.
Vision is now woke. He is now
no.
like.
Are we saying Vision is woke?
He woke.
Why are you all sorry? Do y'all see this wolf who was like, I didn't take him for his walk and he mad?
Kirby literally owns a wolf, dog. Like that.
Okay.
I gotta get 2 dogs, man, for the new crib.
He's a wolf.
I am still working, but yeah, I liked it. I need to know: do we get Vision back? And not only are we gonna get
out cold.
He's a wolf.
Yeah, he's dope.
He has glass blue eyes too. He's not gonna jump on the table. He know better.
Right. But I think we'll get him. But I think when they bring him back, it'll probably be at some point he's gonna show up in the Multiverse of Madness, or he's likely gonna come back at some point during when they introduce the Young Avengers.
Right, but when he comes back, do we also get her kids back? But it's so much shit.
We probably will. And it'll probably
that's how she finna fuck everything up, trying to get her kids back.
She about to break so many what do they call it? The breach in the timeline is about to be all that shit.
Yeah. Yep.
Listen, if Marvel,
I think that Spider-Man will tie into that too.
Bro, listen, I'm waiting to they can scrap all of these old characters because this new universe with the non-humans, Miles Morales. We don't even have to go with the new Avengers.
I think they're gonna introduce Miles Morales. I just saw something yesterday, but they're gonna try to they're gonna do it to where it's gonna be, because I think they just gave Tom Holland the bag for like more Spider-Man movies, and now they're gonna be introducing Miles Morales to where he's gonna have his own live action movies too. So they're gonna try to
that's gonna be the next 3 to 5 years,
and that's about to be insane, dog.
My son finna lose his shit. That's the motherfucking guy, boy.
Yeah,
that's
man.
My men. But okay, so listen, when they announced that the Spider-Verse movie was coming out, they dropped the comic book around the same time. The guy who wrote the new Miles Morales comic book is in gibberish.
Okay.
I have 2 or 3 books signed, and then I have the pop signed too.
Man,
just from that movie. I need them Nikes. I want them Jordans, but they like $25.
Yeah.
I tried. Like it was somebody there, and I'm like, we were the same size. You might want to move. He was like, I mean, what? I was like, yo, your shoes, bro. You might want to get out my face.
Man, but I'm excited about that. They coming with that. They're doing just cleared the I just saw the YouTube it was like something they dropped, and they was saying that they just cleared it to where they're doing production on the X-Men film, but it's gonna be for right now it's called The Mutants. It's called
okay. So I need to see Miles Morales, Ironheart, Riri, I can't think of her last name.
Mm-hmm.
When And I will also
Spider
see
Gwen,
Spider Gwen. They all need to link up, but
and
also
Kamala Khan.
Kamala.
Yeah.
But here's the kicker. So Cloak and Dagger ends up leaving New Orleans and going to New York, and they are all in the same universe at the same time. They are all the same fucking age. What the fuck?
That's one that I didn't see.
Them together.
That's one that I didn't see. Cloak and Dagger. And I need to check that out.
They canceled that, right? Didn't they cancel?
Yeah, they canceled it. But what's there is very dope. So you got to sit and watch it.
I'm gonna check that one out.
2 seasons was fire, and then it was another one because
yeah, the Runaways.
The Runaways.
That's another one.
I love that.
So y'all put me up on because I see those titles and I never end up checking them out. But now y'all co-sign.
The Runaways is fire.
Yeah,
was fire, but I want to see what they're gonna do with Moon Girl and her pet dinosaur because she's crazy smart. She's like, they don't even consider her a mutant. She's Tony Stark smart at 11 years old.
Right,
man.
Like she's crazy, and she has an ape that's like her butt. I gotta read the comics. I haven't seen.
Marvel's so interesting, man, because they really humanize the characters that they create to where it's relatable, and it ain't just like, and it's like with reason that certain, like you could relate to a Thanos, you could relate to a Magneto. You know what I'm saying? There's just certain shit like, damn, they fucked up, but I could relate. I understand why he did that. You know what I'm saying? Wanda, not so much. It's like, man, get out of here. Like you did all this just because, you know what I'm saying? Because you grieving. Like,
Wanda was heartbroken though. So, and then you got to think about the time that Wanda was made into her character. No woman besides Storm, who's literally a god, had that kind of power.
That's true.
And here's the funny part. She's a witch. She's not even a fucking mutant. She's a witch. And I'm a nerd, and I apologize. I'm not gonna apologize. I'm a dope ass nerd.
Don't.
Okay, so they say magic comes from the darkest times in your life. That's how she was able to do all of that because she's a witch, and without pain, there is no.
And all that bullshit been happening to her since she's been a kid. Man.
Yep. Think about Harry Potter.
And why the hell we ain't witches and warlocks? Like we've been traumatized. Maybe we are. You know?
Maybe we are.
Just walk up on somebody and just do some shit like this and see if it worked. Like, I brainwash this nigga, fam. Like,
I thought we were supposed to get our superpowers a couple months ago.
Oh man, it didn't even happen, man.
I was a little bit hurt about that.
Yep.
I was a little disappointed.
I got mine.
Yeah, look.
Shut up.
Look
I got mine.
I got mine. It's calm about it too. I got mine. I'm good.
I'm good.
I didn't get mine, man. I don't know. It skipped me.
Listen, it skipped me, and I'm still waiting on my.
It probably ain't been activated yet. That's all it is.
They need to activate quick.
Like how with the mutants, it don't activate until they like teenagers or whatever with the X gene, like usually into their teens or whatever. It's gonna hit us like when everybody specifically hit 40, because he already got his. So when you hit 40, and when you hit 40 and I hit 40, then it'll probably be activated.
I gotta wait though.
That's just the time. That's the cap. Like once you hit 40, something gonna happen where it's activated. Yeah, man.
I need to be able to right now. Today.
This was fun, man. We're gonna wrap it up because I'm about to go ahead and get myself together because Snowfall comes on at 10. Yes, sir.
I still haven't watched it.
Oh man, you gotta get into it, DDT. Get into it.
Oh, Ketch. I might be breeding him this summer. I heard you say you want puppies.
Well, I want Dobermans. I want 2 Dobermans. Our new residents that we are purchasing, they got a big ass yard. So like, yeah, I need 2 Dobermans. I see
where my sister got hers from. He was a German import. No, yep. And they always, if somebody here that breeds them, they're red. They always come to the dog park. Next time they come, I get the info.
That's what I want too, because that's what I grew up with in my household with my grandparents. So yeah.
Oh, make sure everybody drop where y'all at, because I'm so used to just doing the podcast solo. So I'm on nametagAlexander.com. This has been another episode of A Name Tag Is Necessary. But everybody drop where y'all at. Where can they find you, Ketch Phraze?
I am Ketch P 313 on IG. Ketch P on Clubhouse. Ketch P on Twitter.
Yeah, what about you, Kirby?
Chrishaun in cursive on Facebook.
And where you at, Kirby?
not in cursive. Mine is K Fresh, but it's spelled KPHRESH 84 on IG, actual name on Facebook. But I'm so much doper in real life.
Yeah,
I'm an antisocial socialite online.
Social distancing, so we can't. So you got to be digital. Like
that was my nice way of saying leave me alone.
And what about you, DDT?
You can find me on Instagram at DJ DDT1. That's DJ DDT and the number 1, or Shot by DDT.
Yes, sir.
I'm really no
DDT.
other. You what?
I got shot by DDT.
Same here.
Hell yeah.
Same here.
I forgot to get my farmers only account, but I'll just wait till next time.
So I'm thinking about changing all my social media names too.
So from what y'all heard, we will be back. I hope y'all enjoy. We will be back. Video will be up on YouTube soon, as well as on audio for the podcast on all the platforms. But you came in, you held it down. We dropped some mad content with that. That was really dope. It was fun. Yeah, it's been fun. Get out the camera.
So my mic smells nice.
All right, y'all.